Welcome back to Watchers on the Couch. It's our March episode, joined by Sarah, Mike, and Chris. And we've got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
So far, this, oh, you don't have anything to talk about?
I don't, actually.
He's completely unprepared.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure.
Is there a newer trailer?
There is a newer trailer as of like last week.
All right,
Oh, then I don't think I've seen it though.
Yeah,
Not the one with the heads in the wall.
Okay, that's the one I saw.
Okay,
I didn't know there
one
was another
after
one.
that. Oh yeah, so and we're gonna
Because
watch it.
I looked up for Game of Thrones and I assumed that was the same one, so I didn't watch it.
Oh, well, there's a new one.
It's pretty
You get to
awesome.
see it.
Damn it.
So, Chris, you said you had stuff about the trailer. So do you want to watch the trailer first, and then we'll?
Yeah, that's quiet in there.
The cat's like, meow!
He's like, I want to watch it.
And again.
Let's just watch it so that Mike is up to speed.
All right.
And then, because he's so unprepared, we have to do this. But
Damn it. We'll just cut this part out.
no, we won't.
Yeah, and we'll start over and be like, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Just cut that in that he just said. Then we'll move forward from there.
So, Chris, have you been watching any reruns of Game of Thrones? I know sometimes you just go on.
I have not, because I've been barraged with new stuff to watch. So I've been watching all of that instead. But I have seen the trailer, unlike Mike. So there's that.
It's fun.
That's fun. It was fun, but I watched it today, so I'm not really that far ahead of you. Like, I'm just acting like I'm knowledgeable.
Just busting balls.
Yep, pretty much. That's about how it is.
You saw it like 4 hours ago, right?
Something like that.
All right, so
yeah.
it's really only 4 hours ahead of me.
That's something, though. I've had time to think about it. I've had time to write a couple of notes about it. But really, this is a battle for gender superiority today. So.
All right, so hopefully if this works, we've got some trailer here. Everybody can hear okay?
Mm-hmm.
World was on fire, no one could save me.
We're the only ones who matter, and everything they've taken from us, we're going to take back and more.
Strange what desire can make foolish people do.
There's Mike's favorite guy.
The great victory I saw in the flames. All of it was a lie.
What a wicked game you
Cry about it.
How's it feel to be
Friend zone!
can think.
Every one of us is poor and powerless, yet we can overthrow an empire.
You're in the great game now. And the great game is terrifying.
And the game is Monopoly.
God damn it.
Step aside or there will be violence.
I choose violence.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes! Yes!
Who else has chills right now?
It's pretty awesome.
I
This
know.
is the chill part.
Apologies for what you're about to see.
That's the part that gives me chills.
Davos and
Yeah?
chill.
I like Davos.
You stole my fucking Monopoly joke.
I did. Gingers think alike. Yes.
Monopoly.
Wow.
I didn't even have to write a note.
Gingers think alike.
No, what'd you have about when that like?
Oh, I said that
Great
the
Game
great
is
game is terrifying. That game, Monopoly. Exactly what he said. Son of a bitch.
I was gonna
Me too.
say shoots and ladders.
Oh well,
Monopoly's better.
But it was, yeah.
Monopoly's better because it takes longer and everyone gets angry.
Mhm.
So
Or the other version of the game, what is it? Snakes and something.
Snakes and ladders. Or
Snakes and shoots. There's some like off thing now. Yeah.
snakes and
Yeah, there's
snakes and
shoots.
insert something here.
It's just the off brand.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Mike. So you saw the trailer. What do you think?
That's pretty badass. I definitely missed out.
Mm-hmm. Where were you 4 hours ago when you could have
That's pretty good. There needs to be. I'm gonna have to watch that again. There's like a lot going on in that trailer.
There's a lot going on.
Need to like freeze frame a bunch of things.
There's a lot of things that people think they see in the trailer too. I don't know if you got any of that in your notes, Chris.
Well, I'll say first, my favorite line in the trailer is "I choose violence."
Yeah.
Like that stuck out to me. I was like, "Damn, shit's about to get real. There is going to be a lot of violence."
As opposed to all the other seasons.
Yeah. I mean, it is a show, so really it's not going to get real. Like, it's going to
As far as
remain
you
a TV
know.
show, but...
I mean, Star Wars is a documentary. I mean, it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It took this long to travel to this
yeah,
galaxy.
that's true.
Indeed.
It's
But
not
yeah,
the future.
I think that there... I do think that that is a sweet line. Don't know if it's from a book or not, but...
They're ahead of the books at this point.
Yeah, okay. Kudos to the writers for that one. Not super digging her short hair, but, you know, that's a matter of taste.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not caught up in the show, but that's okay. She had to cut her hair. last
No,
season.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that she had her hair cut. She was stark ass naked, and people threw stuff at her.
Shame.
Yeah. Okay.
Shame.
Shame on that short hair.
But I'm just throwing the opinion out there.
Chris
Okay,
Mays,
that's fine.
Westeros hairdresser. I don't think that look is in.
I would never trust myself to cut anyone's hair or tell anyone how they should cut their hair for fear of for what would happen after they did what I said. Like
Her will.
if they got just
They choose
ridiculed,
violence.
it would all come back on me.
'Cause they choose violence.
They
Yeah.
would take it out on me, and I don't want that. I don't want to be saddled with that responsibility, Tim.
Don't you put that evil on me.
Haircuts for somebody else. They got schools for that kind of thing.
So supposedly this trailer broke records for YouTube.
I did notice there was a shit ton of views.
30 million hits in less than 24 hours,
Whoa.
overtaking the previous record holder, Game of Thrones Season 4 trailer with 27 million.
So
I
they
thought
skipped 5 and went to 6?
No, I'm saying Season 5 didn't set any records.
That's what I mean. Like,
Trailer.
5 didn't set any records. That's just weird to me that it wouldn't continue to rise up.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened. I guess the end of the third season was the Red Wedding.
Okay.
So
everybody's clamoring for...
Right.
Yeah.
and then I don't remember. I guess season 4 it had Arya leaving for Bravos,
Mhm.
but there wasn't anything. I guess there wasn't any major cliffhangers other than that. It was like a lot of endings moving on to the next thing, and then this one, obviously last season, the Jon Snow thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, "What's going on?" And we see a lot of Jon Snow laying around.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm assuming that's all like the first episode. They're
Mhm.
like not just going to keep him laying on a slab the entire
Oh, you never know. I mean, maybe they just got tired of dealing with dead bodies or something. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Just leave it.
I'm not going to burn this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's going to disappear. Nobody knows what happened to it because everybody was lazy at once. So then they go back and it's not. This is all just out of the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Really?
they
I
go-
got some insider information.
No, they told me this is what's going to happen.
I've got the scripts right
So-
in front of me, guys.
So everyone gets tired and doesn't want to deal with the body, so they leave it there, and then they come back and it's gone.
No.
Dramatic.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's all they told me, though. They wouldn't tell me anything else.
So there's
They
peop-
tweeted that to me.
So there's people that think they saw Jon Snow alive in the trailer.
What?
There's a scene where
Where?
there's a bunch of people on horseback riding around, and they think they see Jon Snow in the background. I didn't save the image to bring it up in front of everybody, but it's basically just a long-haired guy in a beard, and he's in the background, so it's really blurry. So it could be like literally anybody in
Okay.
Game of Thrones.
Great.
Yeah. So people just want to make up
Yeah.
stuff and
Make 'em ups. Stupid make 'em ups.
Stupid.
Dumb make-em-ups.
I hate them. If I ever see another make 'em up again,
We don't abide those make-em-ups.
they'll rue the day.
Who was with the White Walker? Was there a kid?
That was
Bran.
It was?
Yeah.
You can tell he's been away for a year because he's like 7 feet tall.
Right.
He's like as tall as Hodor.
Ridiculous.
There was a meme I saw. He won't always be a vegetable. Eventually, he'll be a tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it's better in the meme.
I guess you had to mean that.
Yeah. You need the context for that one, but
Yeah, vegetable. You know, he's crippled.
Right. And he's going to be a tree.
Yeah.
you know, jokes are way funnier when you explain them.
Especially when you explain them like this.
Yep.
And you really drive home the point.
Because you see,
If you
People
didn't
are
see the
crippled.
first season, he fell off the building and broke his legs. And he can't move.
the first episode.
You're right, that was funny.
Until you spelled it out for me and we
Right.
had that flashback and it's the end of the first episode of season 1. Oh,
Oh
what
boy.
a great joke.
Just think everything
I
in this whole
cracked
show would be just fine if Bran listened to his mom and didn't climb up that tree because everything has happened
Yeah.
after him falling down.
He's really the new
Shit.
Carl from Walking Dead.
Listen to your mom.
Should have just fucking stayed inside, Carl.
Coral.
Coral. Coral?
Coral.
Yeah, Bran should have
A tree,
fucking.
Coral.
Bran should have listened to his mom. Don't go climbing around on shit.
Yep.
And
Everybody be alive and happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
the show wouldn't be as good.
No show. It is a lot.
George R. R. Mommy.
George R. R. Martin.
Has some mommy issues.
Is that a Freudian? Yeah, that's a Freudian slip if I ever heard of it. George R. R. Mommy.
How many Freudian slips does it take to change a penis?
How many? Oh, that's all. So.
Because you see, Freud talks about dicks a lot.
Let me explain it to you.
And if only all those people in Game of Thrones didn't fall on those dicks.
Yep.
See, now it's funny. As you can hear by the really awkward silence.
No, thunderous applause. That's what you should put in there.
Oh, that joke is deader than George Martin.
Yeah, George,
Not George
Martin.
R. R.
George R. R. Martin. So, yeah.
I was going to make a joke earlier about it, but I was like,
Right.
that's just going to be a fail. I mean, I've already failed too many jokes already. So
You just gotta keep driving.
So, did you hear about that, Sarah?
George R. Martin died? Or
George.
George R. R. Martin died?
is
Or
there a
George R. 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 Martin
I
died?
think just George Martin, right?
George Martin.
no R?
Just no R.
Who's George R. Martin?
It's a quad R.
George Rodriguez Martin, you know.
What
So-
does RR stand for in George R. R. Martin?
Rarely writing.
Oh.
But no, and it shows because he doesn't know how to spell my name.
Right.
Exactly. So, yeah, I have this in my notes. Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated, which came from George R. R. Martin's blog post, Not Dead Yet. Which came from the confusion that earlier this month people thought that George R. R. Martin had passed away. When in fact it was actually the legendary Beatles producer, Sir George Martin, the fifth Beatle, as he is commonly known, passed away at like 90 or 91. So, I mean, he had a good run. He lived longer than anybody in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
That's true.
and made way more money than any of them as well.
But George R. R. Martin stated on his blog that he's still here, still writing, and I expect to hang around for quite a while yet. Thank you very much.
Well, maybe he should get his eating habits under control then.
Man, Chris, fat shaming the
Listen, I'm just saying, like, if he wants to live to 90-something, he's got to, like, rein it in
He
a
didn't
little
say
bit.
he wanted to live to 90-something. He just said he was going to hang around for quite a while yet.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you very
quite a while
much.
is relative,
Thank
but
you very much.
well, you're welcome, George R. R. Martin. No fat shaming, fat people. You're cool. It's all good.
So what all, did you have any other notes?
Yes, there were 2 boob shots, kind of.
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't miss those.
No, you didn't. One of them sort of humping.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
cool.
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Love it.
What's the problem?
No.
Did we not record?
Whoops. Oh man.
Son of a bitch.
What happened?
Yes. See, I am up to date on the trailer.
Well, it's a good thing we had video.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was gonna say. We got a backup.
Damn it.
By
up to date.
by default.
Well, that was embarrassing. It turns out this entire time we actually weren't recording the audio.
I mean,
I armed all the tracks for recording and never hit the record button
God damn it.
because we were busy messing around with the cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's okay. So
Yeah, and like I said, we have the
we had
camera
some
audio
sources, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's that actually recently. I can't talk now that we had a mess up. That recently happened to me when I was recording it on the road with Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I messed up when I was recording, so I went back to record it again, and then I didn't record that one either. But it wasn't a full episode. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it was it ended up being like a 5 or 10 minute intro to something else. You know what I mean?
I think I need.
So not that big of a loss, but still, I get what you're saying. It hurts your ego a little bit. You're like, God damn it!
I need to figure out a way to I don't know if they make like a USB light or something like that. So I know that when I'm recording, there's going to be like a big red globe here or something that says we're recording. Oh man,
It's okay. We got it.
All right. So were all your notes about the trailer?
Oh
So
well,
we got the boob shots.
Yeah, we got the boob shots, the
all
one
good.
humping, and Davos apologizing before pulling out a sword was extremely badass.
Pulling out Jon Snow's sword.
Oh, Jon Snow's sword. Well, I just saw it was a sword.
It's gonna
Like
be,
I said, I only watched this a few hours ago, so it was like
Yeah.
a one-time deal, and then on to other things. But yeah, that's all. That was the extent of my notes.
Yeah.
What's he apologizing for, though? Is he
He's-
like going to also whip out his dick? Like,
Well, he says, "I'm sorry for what you're about to see."
Exactly.
So, well,
and he's about to
See, well, there's
John Slab was on the snow. Jon Snow was on a slab.
right,
So.
and then he was surrounded by, and Davos was surrounded by members of the Night's Watch. So
yeah.
it would appear that he's probably protecting Jon Snow's body,
I thought he was going to cut his head off.
or that maybe that could happen.
But I don't know why he'd apologize for what you're about to see.
He might be apologizing to the Night's Watch that he's about to kick their ass.
Didn't he say he's not much of a fighter, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not
But they
going to
aren't
show.
either.
They're not going to show him grab Jon Snow's sword and then have him just totally get his ass handed to him by the Night's Watch.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought he was going to cut up something or cut up a person, whoever's laying out there in front of him. Was there somebody laying in front of him?
Jon Snow's there.
Okay.
But he's surrounded. Davos is surrounded by Night's Watch people, and as he pulls his sword, they pull theirs. So it seems like there's a fight scene there.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have any idea really what was happening there.
Here's why it's going to be interesting to see him try to fight, because he's missing a bunch of fingers.
Yeah. Maybe he gets a special hand apparatus thing like, what's his name as?
Guy from Evil Dead.
Exactly, Ash. He has that would be sweet if there was chainsaw hands in Game of Thrones.
Ash needs to be in this to kill all the White Walkers.
If you guys haven't
Pretty
watched
badass.
that series, you really should check that out.
It's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
That's one of the best things I've ever watched in my life.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
All
not
right.
good.
All right, sold. I'm going to have to get stars. But
Oh, absolutely. Well, actually, I can lead you to a legal website. So, but that's not for people to don't.
We can add. I think we can add stars to our Amazon Prime membership.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Because I want to watch Black Sails too. I've only seen the first season of that, and then we got rid of cable. So
Is it a pirate show? I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. I'm into it.
it's a great pirate show. At least the first season was great.
Yeah, a lot of people said that show's pretty good. I've never watched it though.
Oh,
Yet
you should,
another
Mike. It's got
show.
boobs in it.
Yes.
I've been sold.
Winch boobs.
Broads and wenches.
Yeah, I have way too much television to watch right now, so it's a good problem to have, I guess.
We're finally caught up with Walking Dead.
Sweet.
Yep.
This season's been great.
Yep.
You think they can get a better RV? You'd think by now they would have like a good RV. There's has to be available RVs.
Well, I mean, they've
instead
been-
of that shit RV.
Well, any RV you come across has probably been abandoned for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
I just wonder why
Maybe.
they haven't come across a dealership. You know, like
Exactly.
there's got to be like an
There's gotta
RV
be brand new
dealership or brand new
RVs.
cars.
Well, they
you know?
avoid the major cities, and usually dealerships are around.
Not RV ones. RV ones.
That's actually a good point.
That's true.
They're always in the middle of nowhere inside the highway.
Yeah, how come they just haven't come across a trailer park and hunkered down there?
Yeah.
Space for everybody.
There you go.
And then you can move if you have to.
Well, the Hilltop has a couple trailers on it,
Yeah.
That's true.
so
That's
there's
supposed to be
that.
like FEMA, though. That was like FEMA trailers, is what they said.
Yeah, they moved them there.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's cool.
But yeah, I just started watching Daredevil as well. Season 2 of Daredevil is now on Netflix.
I've seen 2 episodes of season 1.
Yeah,
That's
I've
it.
seen a couple episodes. That's
You guys need to really hunker down and watch those because they're awesome.
Well, it's easier to watch shows when Sarah's into them. Sarah's not into Daredevil.
Okay. Well, sometimes a show like that, you have to like watch it a little bit to get the feel of what it is. You know what I mean? And sometimes at the beginning, they're still trying to find what it is themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you bail out early, you miss on some cool stuff. But
Look,
Daredevil has been one of the better Marvel shows.
I feel
so.
like he's blaming me for not watching this show.
Are you Daredevil shaming her?
You can watch Daredevil
When?
whenever you want.
When?
Right now. All right, stop podcasting
Yeah.
and go watch some Daredevil.
Okay, so
But
you
we
got
just started recording.
the shortest episode ever.
Just gather the cats,
Yeah.
sit back and watch some Daredevil.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm not even going to go through all the shows I'm watching right now, but it's fucking ridiculous.
We did watch Jessica Jones. She liked Jessica Jones.
I like that. It was good.
Jessica Jones looks nice in a pair of jeans. Which she's always wearing, by the way.
She's always wearing
So
jeans.
I'm always watching. Creep.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Butt shots.
Tons of butt shots, and
shots.
not those kind of butt shots, but camera butt shots.
Sure.
What?
I have no idea what you just said.
Well, shots like people drinking
Oh.
out of their butt.
What?
That's a thing.
No.
Oh, butt. Oh.
People drinking through their
chug.
butt?
Butt chugging.
Butt chugging, yes. Butt shots.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Moving on.
Oh.
Butt shots.
Or like a lady lays on a table and then the alcohol gets poured through her butt crack and then somebody's underneath and they drink that.
It's like a luge.
Yeah, that's a thing that
That's
happens.
about luge.
I'm not making that up.
That
off the
sounds
top
like a
of-
good time.
Everything about this is becoming more and more awful.
I agree completely. I don't know why I brought any of it up.
Do you want to continue talking about awful things? Because I would love to talk about some more awful things if we can.
Oh, okay.
You know what's not awful?
What?
Jessica Jones's butt.
So, you know how we were talking about doing some fan fiction erotica, like reading some. I was doing some research, and
That's fun research.
Well, you would think, right? And
Oh,
I was all
no.
I was all excited about it. I was like, oh, this could be
You
fun.
end up in the dark internet.
deep web. So I
Deep web.
I came across a few stories, and I'm going to have to do some more research because I'm going to have to find something that I'm not going to want to hurl every time I read a new excerpt. I was telling Tim that I found something. It was about Khaleesi and her basically fucking a horse to death. So there was that.
Wait, she fucked a horse to death?
She
That's
fucked
amazing.
a horse to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
To its
pretty-
death.
Poor
Till it was
horse.
dead.
I'm going to have to read this.
Who the
I'll
fuck
forward you
writes
the
that?
link. So there was that one. And then a second one about the Boltons. I can't remember their first names. What's
Roose and Ramsey.
Roose and Ramsey. Okay, so you want to talk about incest? It was incest between Roose and Ramsey, and then bringing what's his face? Theon into it. So there was like it's just creepy, dark stuff, and I don't mean to like be judgy, but goddamn, like,
So we're looking for some R-rated erotica.
I think it's okay to judge a woman fucking a horse to death.
Yeah.
Like that's
Well, I just like how they flip it on the flip the script and she fucks the horse to
yeah,
death.
yeah,
as
not
opposed
the
to
other way
horse.
around.
yeah.
I'd play the part of the horse
Oh, excuse me.
So we've debated whether or not the fanfiction is even going to be erotic at this point. We might just try to find something that's
some really bad fan fiction.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So we'll still have bad fan fiction theater. It just might not be erotic fan fiction.
I'm just in shock right now.
Yeah, I was too.
I feel like a horse that got fucked to death by a lady.
I was trying to get.
I'm just trying to imagine how that's possible. Lots of stuff going through my head.
I was trying to get some permission for intro music for that segment, and I'm not entirely sure where to go from here. So there's a group on YouTube called Postmodern Jukebox, and they did a saxophone version of the Game of Thrones theme, and it sounds awesome. And it's like, this would be a great intro for fanfiction theater. So I actually contacted them to see if we could use it, and they said that I'd probably have to contact whoever has the actual rights to the song.
Oh, yeah. So they probably did. And
yeah, that's what they
like,
did.
Yeah.
So in order to use that, I have to go higher up the chain. So,
oh, boy.
Poop.
Well, maybe you can just find a music bed of, awesome, sexy jazz sax.
Yeah, but...
Sexy sax man.
Sexy sax man. I don't know, the Game of Thrones one sounded awesome. And
it would be sweet, but,
So we'll see. But
yeah,
that's where we left off with the... So that's our updates on the fanfiction theater. I have another note in here. It's Honey Badger Ian McShane doesn't give a fuck.
What?
So are you guys familiar with Ian McShane?
No.
I am not.
Nope.
Ian McShane is an actor.
Sounds like a badass name, though.
He was in Deadwood. Did you ever see Deadwood?
Mm-mm.
Chris? Okay. You haven't seen Deadwood? I'm actually surprised you haven't seen Deadwood.
What channel was it on?
It was HBO.
Okay.
So not TV?
No, it was HBO.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie as Blackbeard.
Okay.
He's like one of those guys where you'd probably know him if you saw him. But he's going to be in this season of Game of Thrones. And he hinted at the plot of his one episode role, and he said he can't say much about it. And then he proceeded to give some information away, which I won't go into because I know how Mike feels about spoilers.
Yeah.
Sarah wants them.
I really am
I'll tell you.
Mike doesn't want them.
I want to hear all about it.
It doesn't really spoil too much. But I'm not gonna air it on this show, but I'll tell you off air. But he says, but he's not gonna say any more about it. Well, then he said more about it on BBC Radio.
And he proceeds to spill the beans.
Yeah, so he didn't completely spill them, but he did go into a little more detail. Again, I won't go into it.
He said more than he should, obviously, since you can't say it on this, right?
I mean, I can. I don't think it's really going to ruin the show, but I know Mike is very anti-spoiler, so...
Let's just talk about it.
Okay. He's going to play...
Because I hate when I listen to a podcast and they talk about
something.
They talk
around
don't.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just might as well
makes
say
sense.
it.
So, he's playing a character... He's playing a character...
No, please, don't let us interrupt you. Go on.
I'll get to it eventually. I've interrupted him 20 times.
That's my least favorite.
You're like that guy, you say you're not going to do something, but you did. You just did it. All right. Continue.
He has a one-episode role where he used to be a warrior, and now he's kind of a peacenik. And he's basically coming in to bring a character that everybody thought they wouldn't see again back. It's probably not who we think it is.
Yeah, okay. Well...
Who do we think it is?
Well, obviously the most pronounced dead guy.
Well, yeah.
Do you think they were mad at him for saying that?
Well, the internet got mad at him.
Yeah, so that means in turn that the show probably did too.
Probably. So the guy that's interviewing him basically asks if it's one of two people, one of the people being Jon Snow. He says, I won't go into it, But it's probably the former rather than the latter. The latter was Jon Snow.
Why the fuck would he say that much? You got to know to keep your mouth shut if you're on a show like this.
Well,
maybe he
Maybe just
dies
bullshit.
or he's not going to be coming back on the show, so he doesn't have to worry about
Well,
it.
you still can
He's-
get sued.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if he has no self-interest in wanting to come back on the show or knows that he won't,
Well,
then
they reached out to him
yeah.
when to get him on this season, and he's like, he didn't know if he wanted to do it, and he goes, but yeah, maybe I'll get to see my friend Stephen Delane and Charles Dance again. Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, we killed both of those characters off because Stephen Delane is Stannis, and Charles Dance obviously was Tywin Lannister. So then he goes, oh, I don't know if I can commit to that then. And they go, well, it's only for one episode.
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh, well, then I probably die, so okay.
Yeah.
So he spoiled that part that he might die, but I don't think he does die because his character exists in the books.
I think that he said way too much.
But he did say way too much, and then here's what happened. A bunch of outlets ran with his story, with the first one. Mm-hmm. The internet becomes a buzz, and Ian McShane starts getting heat. And does he care? No, because he obviously doubled down in the second interview, and he also goes, you say the slightest thing and the internet goes ape. I was accused of giving the plot away, but I just think, get a fucking life. It's only tits and dragons.
Oh, what a great statement that is.
It
It's
should
only
be-
tits and dragons.
It should be on the box art of the next of this season, like season 6. Instead of like winter is coming or like the night is dark and full of terror. Season 6, it's only tits and dragons.
And then everyone cheers because that's exactly what everyone wants to see.
Unless you're in Philadelphia, in which case they boo the dragon.
Do they really?
I didn't. I forgot to actually copy that story down, but it was something that I had read. So they're doing the promotional stuff for season 6, and they like tour around, and they basically have like a holographic. They holographically project like dragons on buildings and things like that. Mm-hmm. They do it in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia, obviously being the worst place on earth next to Florida, they boo the fucking dragon.
So just like random people going by, they're like, oh, I hate that dragon. Tired of that fucking dragon.
Well,
Bring back Rocky.
There was a great tits and dragons.
Yeah, put some tits on the building. No, so the article I was reading like gave like this fantasy scenario where somebody's going, we'll project the dragon on the building. They won't hate that. Philadelphia's going to hate it. And they'll boo it. They're not going to boo this. Google Hitchbot.
Yeah.
And then it's like
Yes.
Ridiculous,
and
yeah.
they Google Hitchbot. Oh God, they're going to boo the dragon. So Hitchbot, for anybody,
Poor Hitchbot.
for people who don't know, Hitchbot was a robot built by a Canadian robotics team that was going to hitchhike across North America. And it was doing great. People were taking pictures with Hitchbot and things like that.
Well, we should preface by saying it made it all the way across Canada.
It made it all the way across Canada. Yes.
Yeah, first. And then they brought it to America
Oh, that's
thinking they're going to do the same
Yeah,
thing.
Where'd they
Last 3
start?
weeks.
Did it start in Vancouver?
They started on the East Coast. So, well, yeah, on both. I think both times they started on the East Coast.
If it's on the East Coast, then it wouldn't be Vancouver.
Yeah, I'm not positive.
So Ontario. So
On-
it's basically going south through Canada.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. But for the American thing, they started on the East Coast. I know that.
Okay, so it starts going down. So it goes down the East Coast, gets to Philadelphia, and Hitchbot gets murdered.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they completely destroyed it. They stole all the robotic
basically
elements.
all the electronic equipment out of Hitchbot.
Holy
The
shit.
things that they left were like rubber pieces, and like he had some like yellow gloves
Yeah.
that were made into hands or
Yeah.
whatever, and like some tubing and
And they
shit for
left
his
that.
arms. They left that stuff just in like a fucking trash heap.
It's horrible.
I mean, people are horrible.
Well, especially Philadelphia. I
I mean, Canadians are just nice by nature, I think, for the most part.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're real nice.
Were they? Was Hitchbot in West Philadelphia?
Born and raised.
In the playground.
Well,
So
no,
I spent most of my day. Excuse me,
I'm just thinking, like, he ran into those guys that were up to no good.
Yeah. He got in one little fight.
He didn't come out. He didn't get to go to Bel Air.
No, he didn't.
He ended.
If he would have made it to Bel Air, he would have made it across America.
That's right.
Hitch spot would have been Hitch if Hitch didn't get to leave.
Good connection there. I never would have made that.
Nice.
God, R.I.P. Hitchbot.
Yeah. R.I.P. R2D too soon, as they say on Comedy Bang Bang.
That's hilarious.
But that's the end of my notes, actually.
All right.
And
Well, think our title is Tits and Dragons.
Tits and Dragons, sorry.
You got any more notes of the trailer? We didn't even go over your notes.
I
just had the Monopoly note?
He just had comments, really.
Yeah, it was just like what I noticed from the trailer. There's not really a lot to
Talos
go
has a
in.
sword, there's some tits, and
There were some tits and there were some dragons.
Monopoly joke that you stole.
he really stole his thunder.
I can't believe it. Like, I wrote it down so everybody knows, like, that was real. Like, I was going to make that joke. Fucking asshole. No, I'm joking. Obviously, by doing so, Mike wins the ginger superiority thing that we had started.
Yeah! Where's the prize bag?
Prize bag comes later.
Ginger prize bag.
Death comes first.
Yeah. But that's all. That was all the notes that I had for the episode. I am excited for this season. Are we going to have another podcast before the season starts?
We shall see.
Because it starts the 24th.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That is more than a month away. So I would think that we'll have time.
We might be able to get one in.
That's what she said.
What? We should have we should have a marathon of playing the Game of Thrones game on Twitch.
That'd be sweet.
And then we'll just like do our podcast as we're playing the game.
Yeah, as long as we get playing it for hopefully a Saturday.
The Game of Thrones game.
Yeah.
I don't know this game.
It's a game where it's basically an interactive story.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we can like play through the game. We'll basically MST3K as we're playing the game.
And I guess we will go forward with the plan that you and I made last podcast we did together, where when on the episodes that I can't be here during the season, I'll send you like a minute or two of comments.
Yeah.
Or something that I noticed out of the show, and that it'd be like the Chris Nays minute or something stupid.
Sure. Yeah,
like
yeah, we can definitely do that. And then there'll probably be one episode where it's just me and Mike, because Sarah will be in Las Vegas for one of the.
Woo! Gotta go
Party time.
No, what are you actually going to be there for?
For party time.
Sweet. Why else?
She's got like a 5-night party time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
You got to work, I guess.
It wasn't.
It's
He wasn't
not
invited.
Oh,
It's a girls' trip.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You can watch Daredevil.
That's right.
I could watch 2 seasons of Daredevil.
Guys, we figured that out.
That's awesome. I'm going to eat a lot of pizza rolls and play a lot of video games.
Hell yeah. Oh, you can watch Ash vs. Evil Dead, too.
Yes. That should definitely be a huge
I'm going to be
priority.
multitasking. I'm going to have Ash vs. Evil Dead on the iPad as I play video games and eat pizza rolls. Holy shit. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you should be. It's going to be great.
Like that's what I get excited for now.
Can you like live tweet it as well? Like
probably. I got a phone. There's so many devices around me. It's like a space station. I just need to remember to hit record.
Podcast.
All right. So we'll leave it there until next month, where we will do another episode or a live stream, one of the two.
All right.
Before we kick off the actual weekly edition during the season. Mm-hmm. So that'll be coming towards you towards the second half of April. In the meantime, I'm Tim Pickerel.
I'm Sarah Hedrick.
Mike Defron.
Chris Nays.
And now our watch is ended. Until next month. It's just tits and dragons, guys.
Yeah, it is.
Podcasts are coming.
Mostly tits.